Yo, 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 welcome in. Thanks for joining us. You know how we do it. LA fans, fans from the town, fans from Las Vegas, fans worldwide, Silver and Black Pride. Back for another episode of They Follow from Burners podcast slash the Raider Ragu show. We got the preview, I'm sorry, the of the four matchup, Cleveland Browns. Um, uh, and on deck today for the show, as always, welcome and in.
What's going on? What's happening? Monday, a good Monday. So yeah, we talked some Raider football, what we did well, what we can work on, and what we need to do moving forward, heading towards Bronco Hate Week.
Really. So Raiders, I was looking at the standings. They put the Raiders in fourth. The Chargers, the Donkeys, and the Raiders currently are all sitting at 3. I'm 2. Chiefs are 4-0. Chiefs are in first place, obviously.
Okay.
Um, believe that is they're going off like giving up, basically.
Yeah, and I think it's points giving up the opponents and stuff like that because I'm Chargers gonna be ahead of us due to head-to-head
Yeah.
matchup, and I think uh the excuse me, I think they beat the Jets as well as who else
They,
did they just beat? Oh, they beat an NFC team. So then I think it is points given up
yeah,
at
it's
that
giving
point. We're
up, I
both,
believe.
yeah, points given up at that point. So
Yeah. Out our sponsor, Shebang Clothing, shebangboutique.com. Go check it out. And get right into it, man. So final score 20-16. The Raiders pull out the victory, man. And honestly, if so Zamir puts the ball on the ground, they pick it up and run it in and then miss the field goal. Game is 20-16. The game ended up ending 20-16, and they were in field goal range with the timeout. So
hmm
the field goal, the extra point is what caused them to. We ain't gonna say lose because we never know what would have happened in OT, but
yeah,
uh, putting the ball on the ground, uh,
lost some life.
the game in jeopardy, man. When really the Raiders were sort of in command of that game
Yeah, that
down the
point.
stretch there. If they had a put up just a field goal right there on that drive, they probably weren't because that was like a third down carry. But anyway, we would have punted, and it would have been a whole different scenario. Though they definitely wouldn't have had a
Yeah,
pick, a scoop and score.
yeah,
How it ended up unfolding, man. They held on to the 4 point lead at the end there. Like the Nye, Chason, and Snowden team up for the
yeah.
sack right there at the end of the game. They got Deshaun before he could do anything with it. So I want to talk about young guys in this particular segment, man.
Okay.
Can you pick out a young guy that played yesterday, maybe started for the first time, maybe got a ton of time or whatever for the first time that impressed you for the Raiders?
Uh, like I said, been waiting on this guy to show up. Charles Johnson. He had a phenomenal game yesterday, and it showed. Our best rushing game of the season. I think. Let me check the stats versus the Browns, but damn near tripled our
Just
season
about.
average.
Well,
Yeah, I think
one
we had like
game
a
we just about got all of the other games, and then some. Uh, yeah,
yes. It's like I, I said, I'm not calling him Quentin Nelson, but like I told you before the game
yeah, I
last week,
remember you
once you
mentioned it.
insert him into the lineup, I
Yeah,
felt like the entire line is going to get better. And I felt like the first quarter, it was a little bit shaky, took some adjustments and stuff. But once he got rolling, the entire line got going. Can't I can't tell you the time we had our longest carry of the season last week. This week, excuse me. I think it was like a rush of like 18 yards, like which is absurd
Zamir
and it's the
almost
fourth
popped
week.
that one there at the end of the first half. That's his best run all year long.
Yeah,
It was sort of insignificant because we didn't really do anything with that. We kind of ran the ball, the clock out, but got his longest run
yeah.
of the season.
We, we at before going into the game, we averaged about 55, 56 yards. This game we had 152 yards.
Yeah, it was 3 games in one.
Exactly. Like so,
So
I just
JPJ, huh?
the guy.
You know what? For me, staying on the offensive side of the ball, JP, don't get me wrong, JPJ impressed the heck out of me too. Um, just staying on that side of the ball, Tucker, man,
Oh yeah,
continues to himself as uh, a strong bid for being a number 2 receiver, man, on a team. Seems like him and Minshew have some kind of chemistry because he's able to find Tucker more. I would say more so, and for better patterns, deeper balls, uh, than other receivers. It's like they got some kind of chemistry going. He knows where Trey's going to be. Trey knows where to be.
yeah,
Yeah, I felt like for the second week in a row, Trey had a good game.
yeah,
Not a rookie, but it's just a second year guy. Hadn't played a lot.
yeah,
And I think he showed up big yesterday. Week before that, in this season period, he's starting to come into his own. He's starting to show that
yeah,
he does belong.
yeah.
If we move over to the defensive side, any young guys over there want to give a
Um,
mention to?
yeah, he had himself a game. Isaiah Palomal, Charles Snowden, both had a game. Even though Snowden isn't a rookie and Palomal is not a rookie.
Yeah, they're young
They
guys that haven't played
yeah,
and have a
yeah,
story. They've been
and
around the
that we've
franchise.
needed to step up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
And uh, Miles' first game starting, he had a big pass breakup,
sure did.
huge pass breakup,
Yep.
had a sack, and he had 6 total tackles, and another tackle for loss. So he was out there balling. Charles Snowden, uh, um, with name for the
Good guy.
Taysom,
Yeah.
they combined for the sack there and win the game. And more can you ask for? And no, haven't highlighted him a lot on this show, but this season, Jacorian Bennett has been a pleasant surprise. He has been a pleasant surprise. Like, I mean, just look at his numbers. I mean, I'll get him pulled up here in a second, but he's just been absolutely
No, he's been
locked.
fantastic.
He's been locked down over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen him get beat on too many plays. Like obviously, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but
He's given up
he's
a
been
few catches, but
consistent.
I'm not like
Yeah,
he
he's been
gonna never.
consistent over there.
Yeah, National
Yeah,
Football League, guys are gonna catch the ball sometimes, but yeah, he's
yeah,
been great, man.
he's
Breakups,
been so good.
touchdown
He got
saving
me.
breakups. Yeah,
He's got me looking at Nate Hobbs and Jack Jones like, bro, y'all kind of need to step up and match his energy, bro. Like
Nate Hobbs
he's
just
over
has
there
not
control.
been that. He has not
Yeah,
been him this year for me. Jones
grab my
did not
phone.
start the quarter, I think, due to some of that business decision activity that AP has spoke of. They gave him a little bit of a rest for the first quarter to get his mind right, I guess. He came in and did well after that, but dude number 30, Darnay Holmes, he started at the slot at the beginning of the game. They had Hobbs and Jacorian outside, so I found that interesting about Jack. But keeping on the thing with the young guys, man. Uh, 45 out there, man. Like Ike, Tommy Eichenberg, man. He
Eichenberg?
was out there. He showed me some stuff, man. For like the first game, getting extensive minutes. He looks like he's gonna be a player. I see why they drafted him, and he hits hard. He definitely hits harder than Diablo and Masterson for sure. Like not really trying to downgrade anybody, but I feel like Masterson has gotten a little exposed since he's been the main guy. Not good in coverage so much. And this kid can cover a little bit better. He just has the instincts that we talk about all the time at the middle backer. Like having two Spillanes right there, and this dude seems to be a little bigger and younger.
Yeah,
Um, Out to old Eichenberg, man, I see you. I see you
yeah,
on the rise, man. So, yeah, you said IPM, and I agree. I'm saying Eichenberg. We
yeah.
also
Because
said
Masterson has not impressed me at all. He's
me
left
either.
quite a bit be desired.
We also said JPJ and
And
Tucker as well.
yeah, and you know what, Tyree? Even though you didn't get a sack yesterday, you showed me a little bit. You finally got off the ball a little bit. He
I
had
seen him in some
yesterday.
dudes' faces, man.
Yeah,
A
he
lot.
had he had a 21% pass rush win rate. You know,
Uh huh.
five pressures, I believe it said. So he was getting in the quarterback's face. You know what I'm saying? And that shows that he's
Yeah.
starting to try to turn that corner. Trying to turn that corner.
Well, the
Yeah,
next
hold on. Let me.
thing
Yeah, pressures, two QB hits, 21.4
make some
percent
actual sacks.
uh rush win rate. Yeah, like I said, get this shows improvement. Do this with Max here. Like I said yesterday, our line has showed that this game, even though it's Browns, who have some things to work on and stuff, is still an NFL team. And
And the Snowden has a couple sacks on the season,
yeah,
doesn't he?
hmm
The guy's got a sack in each of these last two games, if I'm not
so
mistaken. So yeah,
like I said, if y'all can do this without Max, y'all can do it with Max here. Let's see some of this getting
yeah.
Max's here. And Wilkins had himself a game. I know he only got credit with half a sack on the season. Each game he's created a sack. Like because he's taking on a double team and beat it, and the person had to go like that final play. That was Wilkins who helped him. He had to go out, push back out
He
that way
flushed them
because
out.
Wilkins
Yeah,
was coming out the middle.
yeah.
Um, Jacorian Bennett's numbers on the season, I'm just remarkable. On 4 games, he has 15 targets, only 6 receptions allowed, only 71 yards allowed, 6 pass breakups, which is third in the league, and a 55th QBR, which is ninth in the league.
So
He's
don't
locked
mess
down
with
over
him.
there.
Yeah, mess
Yeah,
with him basically as a corner.
yeah. The reason why I
Um,
say Jack Jones needs to fuck a bit on that play, that was on that play where we got the pick that hit Omari straight between the numbers was just you got beat.
yeah,
And then again, when Palomar had to make the play, you got beat again.
that was
And
Hobbs.
oh, that
That was
was Hobbs
Hobbs.
on that one.
Yeah,
Okay, that was Hobbs on that one. Okay.
yeah. He
And then
did. He
on the what play was that? The holding when the entire
when when
defense had a breakdown in the
when
back end.
was he supposed to blitz or was he not supposed to blitz? And when he did blitz, he kind of let Deshaun run right past him. Jack, we're talking
Yeah,
about. And
yeah,
then Amari was open. Luckily, the dude he got the holding call, which that's something never the Raiders never get in
yeah.
the past. It happened for us yesterday.
Because even I said when I saw the play, I was like, "Ooh, boy, the ref got some good eyes on that one because that's a holding that would not usually get." I'm not even gonna say just the Raiders. I don't even think that would usually get called in any game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Not for the Raiders,
uh,
for them, maybe against them, not for them,
mhm.
for
Yeah,
sure.
it's just like that one was like wow because even the announcers at first were like, "Where the heck is the holding?" And then when they showed it from the other angle, you could
Yeah,
see at the Genius Territory, and I was like, "I'm
the
holding."
territory agreed, so
Yeah,
it was
so
cool. It was a call.
yeah, can't stand territory, but
Yeah.
yeah. So if I'm hoping that Eichenberg is going to be the other guy in the middle next to Spillane because
Eventually, he will. I don't know how soon.
Massive.
I
I
believe
don't see
that sometime this
Diablo.
season he will overtake Masterson and Diablo and be the guy.
Hopefully he's there for years to come because it's been a long time since we've had that kind of duo there that we can depend on. Those kind of can tackle. Spillane's been decent in coverage. He hasn't been absolutely phenomenal, but he's been decent in coverage. And if Eichenberg can be at least decent in coverage, then we got something because now our back end seems to be covering Paul's just a little bit better compared
So
to recent years.
moving along. Oh, Gardner didn't have great numbers. He didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah, he
one thing
remained
I'm
in
gonna
the
need from
driver's
him
seat.
going forward is more careful with the football. And he was under some pretty good heat a few times. He got sacked
Yeah,
twice. I know Miles got him the one time, got him again, and they were was under duress a lot. Duress a lot.
like,
So shout out to him for not panicking and turning the ball over. He had some throws we thought we should have made. One to DJ Turner. Had that been a little bit shorter, it would have been probably a touchdown or a really
yeah.
big gain. Um,
And
and
another one that
he
he
short
missed
armed one
to
to Trey.
Jacoby. He
Yeah,
overthrew
Jacoby, I
Jacoby
believe.
on one. Yeah,
Yeah, he did
no, he
over. Yeah.
overthrew
Oh,
Jacoby.
where Jacoby almost dove and got it with the one hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, oh, come on, bro. He was wide open.
yeah.
That's in NFL and college wide open.
And I feel like that's gonna come, man. It's just they're still getting all that timing down. DJ is a new guy, and I think Jacoby was playing where Devontae usually would have been. So it's just a little bit different. It's
Yeah,
there. It's you can see it almost there offensively, man, for the Raiders. They just got to keep plugging away. Which
yeah.
brings me to your main man's. I'm putting him on you, man. Your man's uh and then in comparison and contrast to Madison's game, what are we gonna do with Zamir, man?
I got to be RB too. Lord Madison has to be the running back. The proof is in the game. Put the ball on the ground too much. Um, Madison had 5 rushes for 60 yards.
Ooh
He had our
wee.
longest carry of the season. Our longest carry of the season, 24 on one rush. Um,
I almost got
Zamir
up out of
had,
there on that.
yeah, Zamir had were only 50 yards and had the costly fumble.
And hasn't
And it's
done
like,
anything before this.
nope.
And
No, I
Madison
mean,
has a couple touchdowns too, right?
yeah,
3, I think. 1 rushing, 2 receiving, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not mistaken, bro, I think I saw some Cleveland Brown defenders make some business decisions when confronted with tackling Madison solo. I mean, I'm
you did.
maybe I'm wrong, maybe I saw it wrong, but I think I saw some business decisions made, man. So he looks, you know what I mean? He's a full load. Pause.
Yeah,
You got you don't have DBs out there eager to run up on this guy when he breaks into the open field, man. So
yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of shoe tying and whatnot, if you know what I mean.
I
But
mean, yeah,
I'm with you, man. In most of Raider Nation, what I heard this last like hours, it's time. It's time, man. Let's just go Madison and Zamir, man. We don't owe anybody. You don't owe Zamir anything, man.
yeah. Oh, I mean,
He's not Sony Michelle and Todd Gurley and Herschel Walker and Nick Chubb. He's just not that, or maybe he needs to go somewhere else to be that. But the tradition they have at running back at Georgia, but it's just not working out for us this season in the first 4 games, and we don't have time to continue to for him to try to
yeah,
figure it out. And then you're gonna turn the ball over? Come on, bro.
yeah. My thing is, I don't understand why they keep trying to make him run these tosses and uh, zone runs. He is not that runner. He's a between the tackles uh, runner. I don't understand why you're running stretch plays, outside zones for him, and he's shown that he's not that type of runner. If you want to do that, put Madison in. And like I said, going forward, I believe Madison should be the primary running back. But if you were going to have Zamir in the game, have him running between the tackles and between the tackles only.
Is it time to have conversation about Colton Miller, bro? Or you
I
still
mean,
giving
yes,
him some?
no.
You giving him some
I'll
grace
give him a
because of the
little bit of grace
shoulder, and
because
it's week
I'll
4,
give
bro.
him grace.
It's
I'll
week
give
4,
him
man.
grace because he went against Miles Garrett.
Okay,
I mean,
all right.
no, I'm not just saying. How many people in the league can block Miles Garrett?
Zero.
Like, exactly. That's the only reason I gave him. He gave up a sack yesterday, but overall, it was an average game. I do agree. Like I said, going forward, like I said last week, going forward, a conversation needs to be had about Colton
I
Miller.
I'm watching
But
him, bro. I
I
just
know
I just want
it
it to
was
be
just,
known.
yeah, it's just that I'm going to give him a little bit of grace because it's Miles Garrett. Like, ask him to block Max, ask him to block TJ Watt. Your players are, granted, he gets paid that money to block those players, but certain players are
And
just
Miles is just
in
he's
that
just
upper
something.
echelon. He's different.
Defensive
Like,
player of the year for a reason. He's just a lot to deal with on a
I mean,
Sunday afternoon.
you saw that play. Brock Bowers came and took his legs out. He wasn't going head up with Garrett.
Right,
He
right,
made a business decision, even though he still made the block. He made a business decision. He knew fuck well. So,
right. I
so
mean, he
like
got
I
a
said,
concussion and went out the game fucking with this dude.
exactly. So, so I think, yeah, absolutely. Going forward, obviously watch his play. But run blocking wise, I think he had a decent game. Pass blocking is, I just got to chalk him up Miles Garrett. Obviously, watching him going forward because that Panthers game was just unacceptable as well.
Yeah, man. Um,
Everybody played like shit that game. The entire line played like shit that game. Damn. So everybody, but y'all came back and gave us a win. So we appreciate it.
a total team effort, man. Uh, Bowers, Jacoby, um, McAllister, even though he got blasted a few times, but it was a total all hands on deck effort offensively, man, and they got it done. I would, well, all right, I'm gonna talk about special teams in the segment after this. So I'm gonna leave part of my statement out, but I'm gonna say we was punting too much, too many 3-and-outs in the fourth. We
Yeah,
gotta figure out how to close games, man. Because a
yeah,
good team would have beat us yesterday because we punted too much in the fourth. But anyway,
yeah.
let's move on to defense. We said on offense what we saw, the guys that
But
we
before you move on, shout out to AJ Cole for that great punt that he
no,
had.
I'm gonna go. We gonna get to him. We
Oh,
gonna give
okay.
him a full like. Gonna make sure we give him his props. Um, we talked a little bit about Snowden, on Tyree. Even talked about you spoke on Jacorian. I just want to say we got a crucial turnover and we got to the quarterback a few times without Max, and I think that's mentioning. Um, Depth on the Raiders is a little bit better maybe than people thought. Got any besides you mentioned Amari's basically his gift to Trayvon. We got the any other standout guys on defense or any plays, special plays you remember defensively yesterday before we
Um,
cruise by this too?
um,
At all, I believe.
particularly, yeah, I think we covered it pretty much. I mean, way to play, guys. First quarter, they had me a little bit concerned when it was 10-0, but after that, they were pretty much locked down. I mean, they were locked down. They didn't give up any points after that. Uh, Even in that last drive, they did a little bit, but didn't break. So good defense.
And so now, Mr. AJ Cole, man, I want to say I truly believe he helped win that game, close that game out yesterday with the terrific punting in the fourth quarter. I believe he laced 3 beauties.
Yeah.
One where
Oh
it
yeah.
looked like a golf ball checked up, man, like I hit a ball, you 7-iron from 155 out and it hit the green and checked up right there at the hole, bro. That one that he hit on like 5,
Yeah, yeah,
because we was punting too
insane.
much, bro. We didn't have nothing. You Zamir fumble offensively, bro. We couldn't get going. We couldn't get any. We couldn't move the chains. And
Yeah.
AJ would come in there and boom that thing and change the field position all the way back down there, man. And he kept making it a real long field for them. They would fall short. They finally got close, but it was too late. Time ran out. And the fact that they had missed a field goal reared its head. But shout out to Mr. Cole, man, the punter, bro. You was gonna mention him earlier. Deserves definitely a game ball of his performance yesterday, because I feel strongly, man, if he wasn't punting like that, we would have got popped. They would have drove and scored and went up by 3, and we would have lost, man. Raiders would have lost. So shout out to AJ. I know you was gonna say something about him.
Yeah, there's actually Requez by an 84-yard bomb. I think that was in the third or which quarter, I can't remember. I think it was in the second half, but that thing went, it felt like
That was in the first half.
miles.
It was 10-10
Oh, that was in
at
the
the
first
half.
half?
Yeah.
Oh, it was towards the end of the first half. My bad. Okay.
It
Punters
was
had a
long.
great day. Both
Long
punters
kick.
had a great day. 63.2 for the Browns, an average of 58 AJ. And like I said, that beauty, like you said, it looked like a golf shot the way he punted that thing. So
Yeah.
he definitely helped win that game. Special teams stepped up. Like I said, I thought Carlson would make more field goals, but he had field goals. Made
Gonna mention
points.
Cash Money, man. He was
Uh,
drilling kicks yesterday, right down the middle. That 152-yarder to tie the ball game.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, he
yeah.
drilled that. That was a no doubter, man. So he missed one last week. I had got back on him, but we gonna give him the Cash Money Carlson handle. We gonna let him keep it, because he was lights
So
out yesterday.
yeah, like I said, team stepped up. I mean, it came down to special teams. Like we said, the
He
missed
really
extra
did.
point by the Browns made it to where they could not get a field goal. They had to score and get a touchdown. And Cash Money made both his extra points and both his field goal opportunities, which helped the Raiders win the game. And AJ Cole with beauties in the fourth quarter to help seal the deal.
Coaches always talk about how special teams matter so much, and I believe a game like yesterday, with the Cash Money drilling all his kicks and the way AJ was punting, I believe that showed you the importance of the kicking game and special teams when it comes to contributing to winning football. Yeah, we just want to make sure special teams gets their special shout out, man. We're getting close to the end here. You got any final thoughts, any closing thoughts, any props you wanted to give to somebody that you want to make sure, whatever that you said, watching the game? We already kind of shot everybody, but anything else?
Mark Glaze too. A great
Absolutely.
game too.
Yeah.
The offensive line just stepping up in the run game in general. And like I said, I know Miles had 2 sacks. Uh, who can really block him? Like just makes that big of an effect. But overall, the offensive line did take a step forward, even though the pass protection wasn't exactly perfect. They were able to get the job done. So, like we said, they tripled our rushing uh, compared to our season average going into the game. So I got to give them a big shout out. Again, shout out special teams and shout out Peter. Let's let's get Max and Tay in the lineup. And then going forward, that can even expand our offense more and expand our defense even more, and hopefully continue that pass rush with Max inserted back into the lineup.
All good stuff right there, man. Got some ratchet shit to say. So I'm glad I didn't hear the AOC malarkey this weekend. Was in various chat rooms. I was watching the game on the YouTube thing. where you can chat and all that. I didn't see too much eight and stuff. I was kind of in out too, but glad that's kind of shut down a little bit. But I want to say in general to you Raider fans on social media, some of you guys need to just stay off social media, man. Lost the game to Carolina, and you would have thought it was week 17, and we had just 2-15, and and the guys did a terrible job coaching. Everything was
Oh
just
yeah.
just awful, bro. And I'm like, all of this after 3 games, like it was. You knew AP was the wrong coach.
Yeah.
Minshew was terrible. Need to just tank and get Sanders or Ewers or insert quarterback here. Need to trade Devontae, get something for him. It was just, man,
Yeah.
dude, the shit is. They say we got the best fans, bro, but I'm gonna say this. I feel like we got the worst fans, bro, because we we summon through the power of words, bro, and spells and shit. We summon that bad juju on our team, I think, man, sometimes with that gloom and doom. Like the Raiders are supposed to go undefeated, and as soon as they don't, it's the worst franchise. Mark is the worst owner. I mean, you getting this, bro? Or am I the only one that see this like Raiders lose?
No, I see it too. I said, I think it's just like I think is the constant us losing games that we feel like should be more winnable games, like the Panthers, like we said, we figured that we get the best shot, but damn, we get blown out in the
Look,
home opener,
I
and
stopped short of saying the Raiders was gonna lose, but if you go back and watch the show,
yeah, no, I
I
know it
kept
was
saying,
just
I was like, they gonna even be leading in the game at some point. Remember, I
yeah,
tried to get
no,
us
I
ready. I
remember that.
tried to get the
I
nation ready.
but it was just to get smacked in the face
Yeah,
like that in the home opener, and I was just like, well, damn. But I wasn't out there. Oh yeah, AP, and I was joke like dramatic and stuff. Yeah, for Travis, shit like that. But I wasn't dead ass serious. Like I got 14 more games left.
yeah. What I'm here
What the
for, man,
fuck?
to keep
Like
us on track week by week. We're not gonna get to like round. And look, here's the other part of the Mickeyness of the Raider fan. Now we win. Now here they want to go start projecting 3, 4 more weeks down the line, talking about, oh, we can be. Stop, stop. Week to week, hated donkeys week. We gonna dive into
it's
what
just
we feel
hilarious.
like they can do, and we'll be back on Thursday to talk about that. But we not. What we not gonna do is start talking about 6, 7, 8. Talking about what
Yeah,
the
it's just
record we
hilarious.
can have.
I've watched them give more time to. I've watched Raider fans give more time to McDaniel's, to Gruden, to Lane Kiffin. I go down the line, but soon as I get back there, it's just like, oh yeah, I think we gotta go, and
I
I'm
knew he
just
was
like,
wrong. Yeah,
well,
those 2 games, I knew
yeah,
he was the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying?
and yeah, it's just like I didn't expect this season to be perfect. Obviously, I had higher hopes a little bit because looking at obviously you do projections with predictions and stuff, looking at your schedule to start the season, but predictions and projections are just that predictions and projections. They change. They don't always happen. They're not always correct. So because they're 2-2 here doesn't mean they can't still go 11-6, or they could very well go 6 in. I don't fucking know, but hopefully I'm right, and they'll continue to go forward and get better each and every game. Are there some things that I would look forward to during the draft? Yeah, but I'm not worried about that right now. Right
Yeah,
now,
we'll
I'm
worry
worried
about that
about
then. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So much
Worried about
football
the
left to be played.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Um,
way not even halfway through the season. If we were halfway through the season, we were like 7. Okay,
bro,
I'm fine with you.
this was after
Uh,
3 games, bro.
yeah,
AP
yeah,
was the
I'm
worst
fine with
coach.
you.
They knew he was the wrong guy. Um, Draft wrong and terribly. Our coaches suck. It was just,
Yeah,
oh man.
yeah. So
So last year, during the off season, I should say, I had did a video about Michael Mayer,
mhm.
and it has some undertones of because he was talking about. You remember he said out his mouth that he didn't want to come to work at some point last year. It wasn't fun,
Yeah,
and
when he was playing under McDaniels.
so he never made it clear though. He never made that clear, bro. He just said there was some time where he didn't want to come to work. So my thought was, like I just said, he never said when. Everybody else was happy once and regime got out of there. But for some reason he felt the need to mention after the season was over that he spent some time not being happy. Anyway, people gave me a little bit of crap for it, said I was sensationalizing the situation. What's up with him? Why did he miss the game? Personal, what is that? You got any info on that?
I'm
Personal
not
reasons
sure,
is all I got.
but at the same time, USC has not fulfilled his to him. As far as like want to utilize the 12 personnel and two pass catching tight ends, like to what Patriots ran and what we ran down here and this, that, and the third. And it's like Michael Mayer only has 7 targets, and he's only 25% of his plays have been pass plays. So 75% of the time you have him run blocking.
Which he doesn't do
And
a good job at, in my opinion.
I mean, he's a more prototypical pass catching tight end. Like I said, he's a more slower, lumbering, and like a more like Tony Gonzalez, guys like will block, but he's not that level of blocker that Gronk was or George Kittle is or anything like that. But he's like like those guys. Where Brock is the opposite. Brock is like Chelsea, little bit of George Kittle with the yards after catch stuff, and he's more just pass catcher, and he'll block too. But they both aren't. They neither one of them are blocking tight ends. They want to get
It
out there
shows
and
too
catch the
with Mayer.
football. Yeah,
They
so
got him being a blocking tight end, basically, though.
yeah,
Might
basically
be
what you
the
got him
issue.
out there. Yeah, like I said, could
Trade,
be.
perhaps?
You're gonna just use him as a blocker. I saw Harrison Bryant get more targets and plays drawn up for him than Mayer has.
I
So
say
I
trade
mean,
Mayer.
I wouldn't be mad because I'm
Get a
not going
fourth or a
to.
fifth from Mayer
Uh,
today.
I'm to be able to get more than that. If he was the best tight end in his draft coming out,
He went in the second
I
round.
I know. I'm saying that's usually where tight ends go. Usually they don't usually go in the first round. Not usually. In recent years, not usually.
So what are you thinking? Third rounder?
Yeah, yeah. You should be able to get a third round for a tight end needy team.
Somebody needy, maybe, but you need to
He's
get rid
only
of a
been in the
guy.
league 1 year.
You want to
He's
get rid
only been in the
of a
league one
cancer.
year.
He's on the team, you wrong behind the coach's back or whatever. You need to ship him out. And sometimes you might have to do that in an emergency, man, and take a whatever you can get type of deal for the guy. In my opinion, he ain't done nothing special for us to be worried about trading him. And if he does have an issue with his workload or whatever, then and he's bad mouthing or whatever, man, I say get him out of here, man. Move him. That's just me though. Monitor that situation. Um, I guess that's it, man. I'm gonna let the people out of here. I just want to say that thing about Mayor. Um, be back on Thursday with the preview for the hated donkeys.
Yeah,
Fall, thank you for tuning in. But please, on the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, please. We almost at 1,100. Can we get
absolutely.
24 more people? We gonna have something special, some type of giveaway or something coming for so we can get to 24 more people, so we can get to 1,100 subscribers. We've been kind of stuck. Respectfully, though, we would love to see 24 more subscribers rather quickly. On the
Absolutely.
version of it, please download the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere else you get your podcasts at. Ain't you got something up? Any your WNBA girls going? Anything?
They took an L in New York, but they got a bounce back game too. They let Stewie go for 34, so she was getting busy, her and Sabrina. So, uh, Asia, Jackie, Kelsey, I need y'all to get going. Figure this thing out. I need a 3-peat. Dodgers closed that season with the best record.
Sure
So
did.
hey,
To the Blue
please,
Crew.
please, please, yeah, let's y'all close the season out right on a 5-game winning streak. Let's please, hey,
Pitching, please show up in the postseason. That's all we need.
yeah, yeah, pitching and bats, please. The entire team. It's gonna be a team effort. It takes what's the roster count usually like 30 for postseason?
It goes, I think, from
25 or
27 to
30?
40 in the postseason, actually. So, yeah,
Oh,
you get
okay.
extra
Whatever.
pitchers, extra bats, all.
We all 40 guys. We need all of them. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
So, we will see you guys on Thursday. Hated Donkeys. We'll see what we got to do, what we need to do to get after them to win, beat them for the 9th time in a row. And other than that, man, we're going to let y'all go, man, like we always say. Just win, baby, and peace.
Peace.